Thank you so much for being here today. It is Friday. Woo! So I'm excited about that. Um, it's Freedom Friday, it's Forgiven Friday, it's, all the Fridays. I don't have good reception here. I didn't even check to see if I did. Let me see if I can connect to Wi-Fi. Okay. Well, I don't know, but hopefully this video goes through. Um, I was just wanting to come on today briefly just to talk about something that I've been dealing with for quite some time, actually. As you can see, I'm in my car. I just left the gym and I'm heading home. But right before I went to the gym, I just felt the Lord reminding me that self control is a fruit of the Spirit. Self-control is a fruit of the spirit. And I was like, why are you reminding me of that? You know? And I think it's because there's been a lot that I've gone through um spiritually, physically over the last several years. And welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So and I hope that this encourages you today. So, over the last several years, I have gained a lot of weight. I'm gonna be honest. And at first, I was blaming it on my new relationship, which happened in 2017. And I gained a few pounds, right? And then, we got married, and I blamed it on like happiness, being happy weight is what I was calling it. And then I just recently, well, 2 years ago, had a baby. And so, um, now it's baby weight and all these things. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. And I hope that you would subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can come back. You can see when I'm going live. This is Growing Faith Friday. So if you are interested at all in faith as a Christian, you're questioning your faith, you're just starting out, you've been in here, you in it for the long haul. I am hoping that these videos can help you to grow in your faith. Thank you so much for subscribing. I see you there, Kaylee, and welcome in. So I'm excited to have you a part of this community. And I hope that honestly, I hope anybody who subscribes, that you're encouraged, that you are um, motivated, honestly, to do more and grow more in your faith. So, um, as I was saying, I was talking about like my weight loss journey and things like that. And part of me it can get very discouraging sometimes, but a lot of what it is about this journey is very spiritual. It's very mental, right? About self-control. Because every single day when you wake up, you have a decision. Your day begins with decisions. How are you going to start your day? How are you going to, move about in the day? What are you going to do with your time today? Are you going to go to the gym? Are you going to go on a walk? Are you going to read a book? Are you going to read the Bible? Are you going to watch Netflix for several hours, right? Like, what is the choice that we have? And I think what God was describing, what God was describing to me in those moments was that self control, the fruit of the Spirit, is a part of making a choice. And I thought that was so powerful because you can choose to stay the same or you can choose to be different. You can choose to respond to a situation emotionally or out of anger, or you can choose to pause and, respond in kindness, right? You can choose like these self-control and discipline are all about choices, making consistent choices that are going to line up with where you want to be 2 months from now, 1 month from now, a year from now. And so, what I've been realizing is that um, some of my choices were, I haven't been to McDonald's in years, so joke's on you, Don. um, but your choices make a big difference. And so sometimes all it does is take one choice in order to change your life. I think I posted on my story on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, feel free to follow me there. It's Anissa, the friend. Um, and okay, so we're gonna just let me see. How do I block you? I don't even know. We're just gonna not do this. So anyway, if you're here for the first time and this is encouraging to you, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for being here. Even with people acting up in the comments, that's okay. Whenever I'm saying something, that is, beneficial to someone else, that is Holy Spirit led, it's like, the people start trying to be a distraction. So I'm not going to be distracted by that, but I am addressing it because I know what's going on. Okay. And so if you're here for the first time, thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here. And I hope that you would come back. I hope that you would like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that more people can know about this. And like I was saying, it takes a choice, right? One choice, but also a series of choices every single day to get to the type of goals that you want to have or the type of goal that you're trying to achieve. And so for me, I've been on this journey and I am excited because I've been making choices every day. Like today, my son woke up in the morning and he was just singing songs and being a toddler. And so I'm tired. And so I didn't feel like going to the gym. But guess what I did? I rolled over and I went to the gym and I worked out, right? Because that was a choice that I had to make. I had a goal for myself to work out a certain amount of times this week, and I hadn't hit my goal yet. And today was an opportunity to do it. And so I did it. And so sometimes you have to make a choice. You are in control of yourself. As I know my page is normally talking about um spiritual things or mental health, and all these things are connected, if you guys don't know, right? Everything is connected. Your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, all of those things are connected. And so and your spiritual, I don't know if I said spiritual, but everything is connected. And so what we do in one area, I love my professor that I used to have, and honestly, I forgot her name, so I'm sorry, professor, 'cause I always called her professor. But um she taught me something called grape behavior. So she taught me great behavior. And I don't even know if it's something that she made up, but it stuck with me. It stuck with me. And she was like, basically, if you go into a supermarket and um you see some grapes, some people might think, oh, you know what? Before I take these home, let me test it. right? Let me test to make sure that these grapes are ripe before I pick them. And they might do that with several batches. I've never been the type to do that in the store because I need to go home and like wash everything before I eat it, especially fruit. But um, yeah, that's what she was saying. And she was saying, like, when you do that in one area of your life, you're stealing, right? You're technically stealing. You're trying before you buy. And is not, I'm not condemning anybody, although stealing is wrong. Um, I'm just saying that what you do in one area of your life is what you're going to be doing. You're going to see showing up or manifesting in in other areas of your life. Okay. Okay. So what you do in one area, this is the whole premise of the grape behavior. GRAPE, grape, right? It's like the grapes that you eat. Um, what you do in one area of your life is going to roll over into other areas of your life. So it's important to take inventory sometimes and say, you know what choices am I making on a daily basis that I could change, that I have control over, right? We don't have control over a lot of things, but many of us have a lot of control over what we do each day, over our bodies and what our bodies can do, over our words and what we choose to say. The Bible tells us that death and life are in the power of the tongue, right? And so the things that you say are, literally shaping the world around you. Oftentimes, you're creating life. Really hot. Let me see. I don't know what happened. I don't know how much of that you saw or if it's even gonna continue, but I'll make this quick because I don't want it to overheat again. Um, what Every choice that you make each day matters. And so choose the things that are going to lead you closer to the goals that you have set for yourself, whether spiritually, financially, mentally, emotionally, for spiritual, maybe you need to go on a fast. Maybe you need to set aside 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day where you're reading one chapter a day. you know, Maybe physically you want to work out for 30 minutes to an hour each day, or, certain amount of days per week. There's a lot that we can do, and there's a lot of choices that need to be made. So there's a lot of choices that need to be made, and we can always have the control and the self-control to be able to make a choice that is pleasing to God, but it also leads us closer to the goals that we have for our lives. And so I hope I'm probably gonna do this live over just because my phone overheated, which has never happened while I was on a live before. And and I don't know w- how I was still on live after my phone shut off, but here we are. And um yeah, but I appreciate you guys for being here today. Thank you for, sticking around. And I hope that this helps you. And I pray that it makes us think before we choose, think before we make a choice. You always have a choice. God has gifted us free will. God has gifted us free will. So we get the ability to choose each day what we are going to do that is going to lead us closer into destiny God has for us. Now, I will say this, for me, my health is very important, right? My mental health, emotional health, physical health is very important for what God has called me to do. He wants me to be on here with you guys, going live. He wants me to be traveling places, speaking. He wants me to be working. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm an author. I have so many things that require my um my health. And so I have to make choices that are going to make my health a priority. So for this year, I don't know if I shared this on live before, but for since February, I have literally been the first 7 days of each month, I have been going raw. So eating raw veggies and raw fruit, right? Only. Um, and I didn't do it, I think June and July because I was on summer vacation. But but I am starting again today. And so and I was watching Tiffany Montgomery as well as Rochelle T. Parks, who's a health coach, and they were just talking about how that really resets your body and heals your body. And so I felt like that was something that I wanted to do. I used to do cleanses all the time too. I follow JJ Smith, and she has a 10-day green smoothie cleanse that I was doing back in the days, you know, and they always worked for me to reset my palate and to make sure that whatever is and this is a powerful revelation. If you don't cleanse your body, it gets filled up with things that don't belong there anymore. You're carrying excess weight, you're carrying excess waste, right? And it just makes your body not function in the manner that it is designed to function. And so for me, I want to make sure that I am functioning at optimal performance and my body is able to function. That's the same thing spiritually, right? If you don't cleanse, if you don't evaluate, if you don't shift and change, you are not going to be seeing the results. You're not going to be operating optimally like you can spiritually. It's because there's too much excess waste in the way. My God, that was powerful. I didn't, wow, I wasn't ready. But I'll say this and I'm gonna close. And I don't know how much of this is gonna save, but I pray that, the whole thing saves and we can come back tomorrow and talk more about this because that's powerful. So I'm doing a 7-day raw veggie and fruit challenge. Maybe you want to join me for this 7 days. And then next month, in September, we are doing Saturated Summer all over again from September 1st to the 7th, right? And if you are interested in Saturated Summer, you can find out all about it in the playlist that I have. And I'll also go live soon, probably at the end of this month, end of August, to talk more about Saturated in September because I believe that we have to continually saturate ourselves with the things that we want in our lives and cleanse ourselves of things that we don't want. Okay. And so I am anticipating and expecting God to do amazing things in these next 7 days for me, um, transforming me, giving me clarity, removing excess waste and weight out of my life, changing my palate for the things that I'm desiring spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And I'm just so super excited. Um, oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know I am talking with my hands, so you have no choice but to look at my nails. So yeah, but I hope that you all are, you know, safe and well. And I'm appreciating you. Before you go, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Whatever part of this video you didn't get to see, make sure you go back and watch it after it's done, because they might take it off. Like go back and immediately watch it and see what you can get from it. So in the scriptures, I don't know if I mentioned any scriptures actually, but there's one in First Timothy verse 4, I mean First Timothy chapter 4, verse 8, and also Galatians chapter 5, which talks about the fruit of the Spirit. So I hope that this helps you. I hope that this, and yeah, God bless you guys, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Take care.